7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis on a mission to build, resupply, and to do research on the International Space Station.
Houston now controlling. Atlantis begins its penultimate journey to shore up the International Space Station. Atlantis now.
Well, hello. It's Foo Baba. How are you today? You're in for a real treat. A real astronaut treat. I got my friend Elmo. Elmo's my little brother. We just watched the space shuttle take off. We watched it on TV. It was so exciting. Have you ever seen a space shuttle take off? We listened to the countdown, right, Elmo? 3, 2, 1. Blast off. There was a loud roar and big clouds of smoke. Then the rocket zoomed up into the sky. The astronauts were inside the space shuttle. Someday, Foo Baba, I'm going to ride inside of a rocket ship too. I asked my mommy, is there an astronaut school? She said, yes, Foo Baba, because there are so many things an astronaut has to learn. Like what? Foo Baba asked. Let's go to the library and find out, Foo Baba, Mama said. So they went to the library, and the librarian helped me find a book about astronauts. I checked it out. And I took it home. Foo Baba's mommy is right. There are so many things astronauts have to know. One of the most important things is learning how to do their jobs in a place where there is no gravity. Gravity is what keeps our feet on the ground. Without it, we would float around in the air. In space, that is just what happens, because in space, there is no gravity. My book says that floating in the air feels a lot like floating in water. So astronauts practice in a big swimming pool. I think that sounds fun. When astronauts finish their training, they are ready to be part of a crew. Me and Elmo, we're a crew. Before they take off, they have to pack a bag. The astronauts bring socks, underwear, and pajamas. Most of the time, they wear flight suits. The suits have lots of zippers and pockets, so the astronauts can put pens and pencils and notebooks that won't float away. Elmo likes to float. Get back down here, Gravity. Foo Baba told Elmo all the things I've learned so far. I learned all of the... How do they keep their food from flying away? He asked. That's a good question. That's a really good question. I found the answer in my library book. The astronauts' food comes in little containers. When they are ready to eat, they snap the containers into trays. Then they fasten the trays to their laps so the food doesn't float away while the astronauts are eating. Wouldn't it be funny to see peas and hot dogs floating through the air, Elmo said. Ah, think of me, Elmo. Elma and I looked at the pictures in the book. Where do the astronauts sleep? He asked. I don't see any beds. Maybe they are too excited to sleep, I said. But then we read that astronauts have to rest just like everyone else. You have to rest too. They take off their flight suits and put on their pajamas. Well, gotta get my jammies on. You gotta get your jammies on too and get ready for bed. So we get our jammies on. And then they zip themselves up into a sleeping bag that's on the wall. When we get into the sleeping bag, sleep on the wall. They zip themselves up and they're attached to the wall. That way they won't drift away. That way Elmo won't drift away. And they won't go bump while they're sleeping. The astronauts live and work in the area at the front of the spaceship. They can look out windows and see the Earth as they fly around it. They can see mountains and deserts. They can see oceans and cities. When I'm an astronaut, I wonder if I'll be able to see my house from the spaceship. Will you wave to me when you fly by? Elmo asked. I said, Elmo, Fubaba will wave to you. You wave to me? We're astronauts in training. Sometimes the astronauts have to go outside the rocket ship to fix something or to take pictures. Well, wait just a moment. We got to go outside. Got to put my flight suit on. You putting your flight suit on? Get all your flight suit all zipped up, just like you're getting your pajamas ready for bed. Gonna put on my spaceship here. All right, gotta put on the helmet. All right, we're ready. Are you ready for space? Fubaba is ready for space. In space, there's no air to breathe. It can be very cold. It can be very hot. The astronauts wear big space suits to protect themselves. They also wear backpacks with tanks of air for them to breathe. Can you breathe? I hope so. Astronaut helmets have earphones and a microphone so they can hear each other. They also wear little rockets that snap onto the backpack so they can fly around by themselves. I think that sounds like most fun of all. Elmo asked, he's going to ask me a question. Elmo asked if I'd be able to bring one of the little rockets home with me after my trip into space. I told Elmo, I don't think so. Too bad, he said. It would be so much fun to fly around Sesame Street. You like to fly around? I closed my eyes. for a second and imagine what it would be like to float up in the sky of the night. Float, float, float up in the school of the night. You ever imagine being an astronaut? That'd be cool. Someday, Foo Baba, I'll wear a spacesuit, a little rocket on my back. Little rocket on my back. I will zip around in a spaceship, taking pictures of Earth, or maybe even Mars. When I grow up, Foo Baba wants to be an astronaut. Foo Baba, Elmo encourages you to dream and dream big. And someday you can be an astronaut. And don't be an astronut like Foo Baba. From all of us, Foo Baba, you have an astro day. Goodbye. Hope you have an out of this world experience. Sweet dreams. Good night. Bye-bye.